Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading. This reading is for Aquarius all placements. All right, thanks guys for finding me, and thank you everyone who is returning. Yes, yes, and yes. So today's reading is going to be, we did a reading yesterday and it was about, it was like general reading and it had a bunch of stuff in it, right? But what is coming up is to do more reveal on the body work that is needed, the clearing within the physical body that is needed, all right, the emotional and mental clearing that is needed, that is going to help you come into greater abundance and help your energy be open to receive the blessings that you have been praying for, the blessings that you have no idea that are actually coming into you. So this is going to be, we're going to be working with angels, all right? So we're doing a lot of angelic healing. Also, Saturn, Ketu, Venus is also here present, helping to really hold down the energy. We also have the signs of Sagittarius and Taurus as well coming in, just to come in and to really just hold space for you guys, this energy of immense grounding and also transmutation by fire. Okay, so that's where the Hierophant, the Taurus energy comes in, and the Sagittarius energy comes in, helping you guys to come into full alignment, okay, with your physical body. Yes, yes, and yes. You might hear, I apologize if you hear my cat in the background. I didn't actually put her away today. She's going through her little monthly thing, and so you might well hear a little of that in the background. So I just want to apologize ahead of time if that is a nitpicking thing for anyone. All right. Yes, yes. But with that said, it's very interesting because yesterday we had added catnip into our candle. We always do a protection candle for our readings, right? And depending on what the energy is and what it is that you guys need as well, we add in a little bit of something. And I remember that there was a need for playfulness also to come into play. Isn't that funny, right? And so that might be also why they had my guides had me keep my cat here, because even though she's kind of like, you know, I don't want to say wishy-washy. She's in that like, oh, I want to, you know, hug everything, but then I want to claw you, but now I'm playing with the ball type of energy, you know, when normally during this time she's actually sleeping. Yeah, yeah. So that's also going to say that patterns and habits and things like this are going to change, all right? So what you would normally be doing at certain times is going to change, and that's needed because there's a pattern interrupt that's needed. So like, for example, the other day I was talking to my daughter about something, and we we're going on and on about mowing the lawn and this and that. And I could tell that she was like, all right, Mom, you know, how many times are you going to bring this up? How many times we're going to talk about this? And I caught myself because I was just running a program. And so I just did a pattern interrupt, and I was just like, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And so that was my inner child coming in to bring some light and some play to it and to disrupt that program so that I could release from that and let my mind go free. Okay, so there's a lot of that. So a lot of mental body clearing that's going to happen during this reading. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing any light language, speaking tongues during this reading. All right, but if I do, just say accept. Just say I accept if you receive those healing energies. Okay, yes, yes, and yes. Thank you so very much. And if you're not really sure what I'm talking about, your higher self will accept on your behalf if this is something that is going to help you. Okay, powerful. Yeah. So we're working with the 72 angels. So we will be pulling 3 cards from this deck, and we will talk about what it is that you're working through, and then what you're going to receive. Either you already have this, or it's going to enhance, or you're going to receive these blessings, okay, after this work is finished. And then we're working with the healing code cards, which is basically flower of life, activation, and healing different parts of you, okay, of your physical body, all right. And then we're also working with the body tarot, and then we will have some affirmations from the healing mantras to help expand the work. Okay, so yes, yes, here we go. So what is it that Aquarius really needs to clear? What does Aquarius really need to clear at this time to give them the most amplification in their energy, the most support, and also accelerated ascension? Okay. Yeah. So when we talk about accelerated ascension, it's really what is going to get you on your path of divine abundance, what is going to get you in the path of alignment, to reaching your highest desires, your highest peak, right? Like where you just feel like you are the master of your reality, that you are co-creating with the divine, that you are able to consciously create and intend your way into the life of your dreams. All right, so that's like, yes, it's you being able to create heaven on earth. All right, and that is different for everybody. You know, for some people it could be just being able to garden every day. You know, for other people it may be to be able to teach gardening. You know, for other people it may be picking out stuff to plant in other people's garden. You know, it could be different, or it could be a combination of all three of those things, right? So for Aquarius, what are we working on? All right. Ease, 2 of water. Okay. And this is dealing, yeah. I feel the kidneys coming in. Hold on. I'm going to read this for you guys. So this is a fairly new deck. So working with the kidneys, okay, so this is helping. This is a tower, and we talked about the kidneys. We talked about the tower moment, right? So this is upheaval, crisis, release, and cleansing. And we're working with the water element, and I just want to read this for you guys. Your kidneys do the important job of removing waste and excess fluid from your blood. They get filtered out along with acids so that your body maintains a healthy balance of water, salt, and minerals. Anyone who has experienced kidney stones knows how painful it can be when waste forms crystal in its organ. In the same way, waste can solidify in your life if you do not cleanse it out. Holding on to grudges, anger, and fear can cause you distress. This doesn't mean one should avoid feeling anything uncomfortable. For example, it is necessary to feel and own your grief. But you shouldn't hold on to these emotions beyond what is healthy for you. The appearance of this card, all right, it indicates a sudden upheaval that will force you to meet a crisis more completely and acknowledge these emotions. Respond to the challenge of this card in a positive, enlightened way, and you will come out the other side stronger, healthier, and happier. Stagnant in the pain of the process, it will still have you pass, but the more difficulty and more discomfort than necessary. So what happens is when you kind of stand in pain rather than go to a better feeling motion, right? Or do something that helps you to cleanse out the pain, or do something that helps you embrace the pain, or acknowledge the pain, even have compassion and empathy, sympathy for the pain. So it could be pain in the ways of grief or grudges or resentment. But if you embrace this energy and embrace all that it taught you, embrace all that you've gone through from it, then you're able to see all sides of it. And in that energy, you're able to forgive if you need to forgive. You're able to accept if you need to accept. And then you can release, right? Then the energy will dissolve, and you will be able to allow it. You'll stop holding on to it, and the beautiful violet flame that will come into the reading will come in and dissolve that. All right? Yes, and help you release it. So the other thing with this is ease. Hold on. With ease is, so all of this is going to bring you ease, right? When you recognize that you need to cleanse out the grudges, the resentment, the grief, the anger. All right. I'm going to the other. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. For some reason, it looks different. I feel it looks different in here. A tiny bit different. So I just want to go to the right thing. I feel like this is like the ovaries or something. Hold on. Oh, it's the bladder. All right. Thank you so much. Sun energy. Ah, I love it. Okay, yeah. So this is like illumination, right? So energy, radiance, brilliance, and enlightenment. So after, after the storm becomes the rainbow, comes the light, comes the illumination, comes the truth, and then you're able to really get through any other kind of challenges very easily, especially once you remove the fear and you see that that fear is only causing more anxiety, more stress, more making it seem bigger than what it is. Once you take all of that away, and then once you release and you do your forgiveness work, your acceptance work, right, then you're able to cleanse out these two organs, and with that you feel easier. Things come to you easily and effortlessly. All right, you feel more what's the word, it's more in flow, but it's also this energy of not feeling enslaved by your pain anymore. You're going to feel freer. All right. So that is really the intention, is to provide you with whatever is needed to clear the physical body, to have you walk in ease, breathe in ease, feel in ease, think in ease, see in ease, right? Receive with ease, give with ease. It's inviting the energy of ease all throughout, all throughout. Now these ones have a little bit different meaning when it comes to the cards, and I'm not sure exactly why, but I'm being guided to read the Two of Water for you guys in this, right? So this is representative of the Two of Cups, right? And in that energy, ease, happiness, and romance. And we did talk about some kind of partnership coming in, right? Or even if you already are in a romantic partnership, inviting romance into it. So you clearing out the kidneys and clearing out, yeah, what was it? See, I'm like channeling the bladder. All of this is going to help you to be with ease within whatever comes into you, all right? With ease with a new friendship that may turn into, the greatest love of your life. And also, if you're already experiencing the greatest love of your life, a renewal of energy to come in, because now those blockages that were holding you guys back from connecting in even more will be cleared as well, all right? Yeah, and this is also not just like romantic. I'm also feeling connections with family and friends, connections with your animals. It's going to help you to experience and to feel a higher love, okay? Yeah. And I am going to read this, all right? When you think of the great romantic stories of the world, you may be struck how many of them end in tragedy. It seems as though we think that true romantic love must be cursed in some way. Nothing can be further from the truth. The love this card represents is the one we all crave, and nobody gets poisoned, bitten, or asped, or bricked up into the wall. It is easy. It is happy love that you can achieve if you want to, although it can also indicate happy self-love if you choose not to couple up. So this is beautiful because it's indicating love in all ways, right? So the love with self, the love with your outer relationships, partnerships, but also the romantic love, right? Powerful. So let's see. What are the healing codes that are going to help release, cleanse? Okay. The beautiful kidneys and the bladder. All right, so that's also like, I'm hearing adrenal fatigue, okay, coming up. So that means you've been having trouble sleeping. You've been just go, 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 go. And then you've been getting a lot more dehydrated, right? So really what's coming up with that is making sure that you're drinking enough electrolytes. If you're doing more energy work, then there's more electrolytes that are needed, right? There's more immune system boosting supplements or foods or powders that is needed. Okay, you have to increase, and you might even need to increase certain kinds of exercises like breath work or meditation or yoga or walking, or even doing something like dancing, something that gets your heart really, really going, so that you can even sweat out some of this energy, right? So there's that coming in. And also then with the bladder, there's the things of of drinking things that will cleanse out the bladder. Anything that is going to be liquid, that is going to pass through the bladder, that is uplifting. Okay, so a lot of like lemon detox is coming up. And if you can, there's something with citrus that's coming in very strongly. So whether it is lemon, or if it's even doing the diffusing with the oranges in your water, I'm feeling that really strongly. So they didn't say orange juice. All right, what's coming through is water and diffusing the oranges in the water. All right, that's what's coming in. And this is beautiful because it's this energy of purification coming in, and this energy of golden abundance coming in, this energy getting you ready to receive, right? Getting you releasing the stuck emotions. And of course, drinking lemon water or lime water or the orange water is also going to help to release anything in your solar plexus, and release anything in your sacral. So you're also cleansing your mental and emotional body at the same time. Okay, yes, 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 and yes, when you're doing this. Yeah, and your kidneys are going to get a nice break. So that's what the breath work, the meditation, the yoga is what is going to help give your kidneys a nice massage. Okay, a nice break. So that might also be recommended for some of you guys, to get massages, especially if you're doing if you yourself are an energy healer. It's important for you to heal yourself as well. So, you know, weekly massages or acupuncture, yeah, it's coming through. Now, of course, if you guys are working with any kind of doctor, physician, or anything like that, even your pharmacist, also, one more, even your pharmacist can help out with certain things, okay? You know, nutritionists, holistic practitioners, yeah, it's coming through. That's interesting because it said one more, but now it's like wanting to pause for a second. So that's also, take moments, little moments to pause and just to say I'm grateful. Okay, I'm grateful, I am grateful. That also will help to ease, because I'm seeing some darkness in the kidneys and in the bladder. I'm seeing some spots, right? So that energy will help to just dissolve, so that way it can be washed out, it can be cleansed out of the physical body. Okay, yeah, look, so kidney enhancer. So these cards are activating cards, so you can stare at these cards, you can screenshot these cards, and it's going to help to enhance the energy and the release of the kidneys. Okay. All right, so because I'm going to be placing more tarot cards here, so we're going to place this on the bottom. And stomach enhancer. All right. Yeah, so this is going to help you to open. All right, to open. When you are balanced, you are welcoming and balanced energy, right? And also this is going to help you to open to easy. Right? Some of you guys have to release those contracts and release those memories, those programs of everything is hard, right? So if you find yourself feeling like that, or even thinking that or saying that, you have to remix it, right? Everything's easy. All is well. Things come easy to me. All right. So this in here is going to also help your stomach to, yeah, I'm feeling, yeah, I heard that, fermented. So what is that? Fermented drinks and things like this for some of you guys. Now, if you're unsure if this is something that you can drink or you can have, like kimchi or what are those you know, those drinks. I don't know, I drink them all the time, but it's not coming to me right now. Kombucha, thank you so very much. Yeah, so like if you're not sure if you can have any of that, definitely just check with your GP, right? And but if you're sure that you can drink these or you can eat these, then now would be the time to do that. And this is just going to help get some healthy bacteria into your stomach lining to help with that. And also drinking, if you can, right, bone broth with a little bit of apple cider vinegar and turmeric, okay, inside of that. And And I understand this, that some of you guys might be vegan, and that's completely fine. You can just do vegetable broth. And for those of you who are not vegan, you can do beef, okay? And this is the energy of the cow coming in. Always bless everything with love, and to bless, right? To bless everything with love, so that way you're sending those energies to the animal or the plant, okay? Because plants are alive too, that are giving you this offering of health, okay? Yes, yes. And so I wanted to be very sensitive with that, because I know we might have some animal activists that are viewing this as well. So we want to be sensitive to everyone, and also understanding that, remember that although we are here together and we're here raising the vibration of ourselves and of the planet, of humanity, we all are walking our own path, all right? We all have our own truths. And in that, not everyone has to go the same way, right? Like my golden abundance pathway may not be the same as yours, and vice versa. So this isn't about judging or passing judgment. This is about accepting and following your own truth, okay? Yeah. And then we have sinus enhancer. So I'm being asked to put this up further, this one. So there's been a lot of fear going on with the third eye coming in. And so this is going to alleviate that and to clear sinuses out. Yeah, of like old, and this is even old fears, like something where something might come up and you might have reaction to it, and you're like, why am I reacting that way? It's only because it's just stuck energy in your nasal passages. All right, so we're gonna get that out. Also, what will help with that is what is it? It's the breathing. They're showing it to me right now. Hold on. It's you know, when you plug one side of your nostrils, nostril breathing, okay, is going to help with that as well, okay, to clear that. And you'll see yeah, you're going to see a greater connection. I'm hearing as above, so below. So you're going to see a greater connection coming in, all right, an easier connection. So that's another way this is going to help with this Two of Cups, right? So also it's going to be easier for you to connect to what you truly love, because you won't be blocked by fear. All right? Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's powerful. We love it. Okay, before we go into the tarot, we're going to pull the angel card, and I'm going to read to you the distortions, some of the things that have been happening to you because of this holding of energy, right? And it might be some of this stuff you may be like, oh, that's on point, and then some of it you're like, oh, I don't really know about that, right? But remember, some of this stuff is going on subconsciously. It's unknown. It's not visible, okay? So I'm going to pull 3 cards. These ones are like, they're big, so they wanted me to go, that was there, but they wanted me to go to this side, so okay. There we go. And I will write down the name of the angel, because there is some angel work that you can do if you are working with angels at this time, okay? So the first one that came out was Sitael. I don't know if you can see this. It's gold. Sitael. Okay, Sitael. So the distortions are destruction, collapse of structures, unfavorable period, greed, excess, diabolic strategy, error in preparing, planning, and evaluating, aggression, ungratefulness, boastfulness, hypocrisy, emphasis placed on the facade, lack of authenticity, a person who does not keep his word or his promises, okay? And that's all right, because all of this is healing up. So if you've been having trouble in any of these areas, all this reading is all meant to help heal that. All right. So I am going to write down so that you can see this a little bit more. And so working with these angels, you basically can call their name 3 times, or you can write it down 3 times, all right? Or you can ask their energy to engulf you in their unconditional love, and you can work with these angels, right? And so you just see that so that you can see it a little bit better. I hope you can see that. And Sita'el, what is going to help is going to come to you, all right, after this release. So just by you sitting here in this energy and you seeing these cards, you are receiving the healing, you're receiving the release, okay? And what's going to come is construction, master builder on the inside as well as the outside, planner, great strategist, gifted with a practical mind, honest, upright administrator, allows us to overcome all difficulties and adversities, grants us the power to expand, makes everything fruitify. Okay, allows us to become aware of our errors, thus eliminate our karmic debts, right? Nobility, magnanimity, generosity, clemency, faithful to one's word, peacemaker, work with important responsibilities, architect, engineer in the service of the divine, gift for negotiating, enthusiasm, social and political renown. Okay, so all of this is like helping you to bring out your authentic gifts, right? To amplify. The next is Hekamaya. Okay, so I'll read first and then I'll write down. So the process of me reading and then writing down the angel's name is also helping to clear this energy within you and to get you on the side of the receiving the enhancements. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Treachery, betrayal, war, rebellion, agonizing struggle torn by remorse or indecision, obstructs the realization of our superior nature. Selfish love, passion, plotting, scheming, gives rise to dissension in a group, feeling of being diminished, servility, irresponsible, idolatrous, self-serving, megalomantic, disagreement. Now, I don't know what all those means. I don't know what megalomantic is, but you can look up some of that stuff. I'm being prompted for that. But let me write down this so that you can see this angel's name. Hekamaya. Hekamaya. That's really actually very beautiful. 16 is that number as well. So this is going to help you get through whatever the tower moment is that either you just went through or is coming for you. All right. Help you to see it with the eyes of compassion. And therefore you won't actually even be really moved by it, but you will be elevated. Okay, you will be alleviated, you will be restored, you will be uplifted. Okay, yes. And so the beautiful attributes that will be coming to you or that will be enhanced within you or activated are loyalty to divine principles, royal attitude, respects comments, coordinator, pacifier, candor, nobility, granted responsibilities, liberator, universal love, becoming a leader or a boss or a president, political and social organization. All right, so this is definitely preparing you to lead. I was feeling lots of Aries energy within that. That's definitely the Saturn portion. Okay, that's coming out. Thank you, Saturn. But Venus is right behind to fill you with that love so that you can see everything from the higher perspective and you don't get caught in the depression, the sadness, the grief, the grudge, the resentment, the anger, right? You're not caught in that net. You rise above that and you create a new world from your heart, right? From your knowledge, your experience, from learning, right? Yeah. And then the next one is Elamaya, number 4. This is powerful. I can already feel it. Ooh, beautiful. So the distortions are, okay, diabolic power directed towards satisfaction of personal needs. Inertia, destructive tendencies, professional failure, bankruptcy, setbacks, period of destruction, pessimism, turmoil, dangerous discoveries, betrayal, existence of inner traitors, avidity, and abuse of power, domination by others, exhaustion, stretched to the limit. All right, so there goes that the kidney, right? Adrenal fatigue we're talking about, feeling of superiority or inferiority, right? So this is that I'm feeling called to explain a little bit of that one. So when you are like feeling very superior, this is where you could be in this very high state of what's the word? I know I'm hearing it's like equanimity, or it's a very high state of just of your presence. Like you feel godly, but it's past that. It's as if you feel like your source. This is when you're doing like super duper transcendental meditation, when you get like that ecstasy bliss moment, and it comes and you're just living it too long, or you're staying in it too long. You're not balancing it out by walking your earthly walk, too much meditation type of energy, right? And then so what happens is then you're forced to walk the earthly walk, because that's why you're here. If you were meant to only stay in the higher realms, you would not be here on earth, right? So you come down and you crash, and then that's that inferiority complex, where now all of your insecurities start coming in, because you haven't actually dealt with the earthly part of your walk, of your mission, right, of you. And a lot of times, people are searching for the purpose for why they're here. And the way that it's been explained to me is that my purpose is to stay centered, is to stay happy, to stay joyful, enthusiastic, is to follow what lights me up. That is my purpose. And then after that, my mission, right? And so a lot of this work that I'm doing here, this is my mission work. This is how I'm choosing to use my creativity and my voice to uplift myself, to uplift humanity, to uplift Mother Earth, right, to uplift consciousness. And that's just me saying I am a clear channel for divine energy to work through me, in the way that is best to work through me, right? It may be different for you, yes, like there's a lot of engineering, so some of you guys might be doing construction workers, engineering, architects, this kind of thing, designing, a lot of stuff where there's a lot of logical thinking, mathematicians, that kind of thing, programmers, you might be coming from that background, that kind of a thing. Or you might be coders of the matrix, right, where you come in and your mission is to help code, through code or decode through affirmations, and also just through energy work, right? That kind of thing. So I know I was feeling called to just go deeper on that one. So I'm going to write down, and I might be mispronouncing these, but it's neither here nor there, all right? It's the intention. Elamaya, Elamaya, Elamaya. So I just want to, I shall just do that, so you have all three of them. And so the gifts of Elamaya, enhancements of things you already have, or activation of things that were dormant, are divine power, fair and impartial authority, rectification, discovery of a new path. Right, so this is aligning you to your path. A lot of times, sometimes if you haven't done the ego deaths, and I say deaths like it's more than one, right? It's more than one. We know this. So once you go through that, then you may have been on one path, but all of a sudden you have no desire for that any longer, and you're put on the path of your golden abundance, the path that is bringing you the most joy and happiness, right? And this allows you to do it with ease, okay? All right, so yes, capacity to make decisions, force that helps us act, participation in the creation of destiny, study and revelation of life plans, discovery of professional orientation, initiative, enterprise, commitment, optimism, end of difficult period. So again, right, ease. I do what I love with ease. I don't have any, I'm not holding any, what's the thing? When you do what you love and then you feel like shameful because you didn't hang out with that friend because you wanted to paint all night. There is none of that anymore. It's you being able to do what you love with ease and grace, right? Yes, yes. Optimism, the end of it, I said that again, the end of a difficult period. So Spirit wants you to really understand that. So being optimistic ends the difficult period. It ends the suffering, right? And it doesn't mean that you don't ignore the lower emotions, but you don't allow yourself to live there or to be chained to it or to have it control you, right? I control my fears do not control me, right? Disappearance of agitation and torment. So that's all of that. No one has the power to spell you unless you give it to them. All right. Remember that. Yes, yes. Allows us to identify those who have betrayed us so we can make peace with them. So that's that energy again of magnanimous. Remember, you guys remember that when we were talking about that, or at least if you saw that reading, you remember we were talking about that. And that is like you being able to know the people that betrayed you, and now they're coming to you for a cup of water, and you are not shutting the door in their face. You have the water, you're giving it to them because you have released the grudge, right? You've released the resentment, you've forgiven them, and you're only understanding that everyone's come up is everyone's come up. You know what I mean? That kind of a thing. Yeah. And that's like super duper powerful energy, because now that's the energy of unconditional love, right? The energy of Buddha and Yeshua. Okay. Jesus Christ, the energy of Buddha, compassion, the energy of Christ, the energy of peace. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. So what is going to also open up besides all these beautiful gifts that we just read for Aquarius? Kidney enhancer. What is going to open up with releasing the kidneys? And thank you so very much for this divine intervention and healing. Irritation, five of fire, beautiful. All right, so coming in we have the heart, and I think is that the spleen. Let me just double check. Yes, and that's completion. Oh wait, no, it's not. Hold on, sorry guys. Bear with me, new deck. And this one is like one of those ones where you learn from it, right? And like actually use it. But don't get frustrated when you can't find the image. All right, guys. Yeah, use this time to breathe it out, okay? Lover. I don't know why I'm not seeing that. I think it is the spleen, but for some reason I'm having trouble finding that. All right, well, it's not the spleen. So that's another thing too, like being compassionate with yourself. Like when you just know something is one way and then you get confirmation that it's not, like be gentle with yourself. It's okay to be wrong. You know, it's just a learning experience. Yes, yes, and yes. Even for those of you who are like highly intuitive and highly psychic, it's okay to be wrong, you know, and just love yourself out of that. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find it because none of these pictures look like that. So we're just gonna just leave it the way it is. Okay, fine. We'll do what we do, right? Anger. Okay, so that's interesting because I am feeling that a lot of suppressed anger coming from over here, right? And so it's going to help to release that, all right? It's going to help to release that. And again, so now you will be led by love, and you'll be led to your true heart's desires, not to the desires that were built off of like getting revenge, you know, any of that, like dating. Oh, okay, that's such a great example. Because somebody betrayed you or hurt you so bad, you're like now like serial dating all these people because you're just trying to find someone that you can just like post up and you know, so that this other person can see you with them and get jealous and blah 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 blah, right? So it's like the end of all that. Like you're not even like, you're like whatever. So it's releasing any old energies of any parts of your old selves that would have did anything like that, or any other kind of like example in that way. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not doing things just so that people could be like, so you could prove them wrong. Thank you so much for that, Michael. Yeah, exactly. You're not, that's not why you're moving anymore. That's not why you're manifesting anymore. And if any of you guys are like, well, that's not why I'm doing this anyway, this is old energy, okay? That stuck energy that just has to come out. And yeah, you know, so this, it could have been when you're in adolescence, you know what I mean? So this stuff is definitely, expect a very big release after this, guys, definitely. All right. And for the sinus enhancer, I kind of feel like we did that, but I'm being called to pull another card. Craft, love that. They want me to keep it there. All right, so with this, oh, I love this, I love this, I love this, I love this. There's this spleen. I knew I was feeling it. There it is. Yeah, and then we have the stomach coming. So now we have the stomach, the bladder, the kidneys, the heart, and whatever this miscellaneous guy is. It's going to aggravate me if I don't. Maybe it is the skin. It just doesn't look like it. That's what I first thought, and it would make lots of sense that that's the skin. It's the only thing that looks like that. It just looks different in the picture. I'm just going to show you. See how that looks there? And then it's also a different color. So you guys know I'm like with the visions, with the shapes and colors and things like that. All right, that's all right. I'll figure it out though. Spirit's like, release it, release it, release it. So that's another lesson coming in. If there is something dealing with your job or with your mastery, but I definitely feel like this is like abundance, right? If there is something coming in, Eight of Earth, Pentacle energy, that you wouldn't let go, the thing is now to ask why. Why won't you let that go? Why can't you just let it just unravel the way that it needs to unravel? You know, can you just let it be what it needs to be? Can you just let it be? If you feel something is unfinished, or if you feel like you could do better, or if you feel like there's a better answer, let it go. Just let it go, let it kind of marinate, and then when you've gone through this releasing of this old energy, right, of these old selves, then the solution is, it's already there, but it will show to you, and you'll be like, oh, okay. And then when you go to follow it, it's going to be so easy. It's not going to feel forced, you know. You might still have a little bit of like, you know, a little bit of like, oh, okay, but it's not going to feel forced. Okay, it's going to be like, all right, let's do this. You know, it's unknown, I'm unsure, but I know that this is a thing to do because it just feels so right. So let's try this. Let's do this, you know. And also there's another thing coming in. Yeah, thank you. Pettiness. Look, there it is. That's why Spirit had me move this out the way. Yeah, in this deck, the wood is representing the swords energy, which is so interesting to me. But yeah, releasing pettiness from that heart. So there's definitely this connection of you not being able to build what you really need to build because you're holding on to petty grudges. All right, like I always do this example. I hate when people don't text me back. It's like the biggest thing, but it's also a big block. When you're holding on to resentment because somebody didn't call you back or text you back or answer you back, that you're blocking your blessings just by holding on to that. That's a form of pettiness, okay? So it's time to release things like that and just be like, oh, all right, they'll get back to me when they can. And if they never get back to me, that's okay. Let it go. Move on to the next thing. You know what I mean? And some of you are like, well, I need this person to answer me for this because I can't do this unless this, da, 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 da. Well, divine timing. Maybe it's not time for you to move forward on whatever it is you want to move forward on, or maybe they're not meant to be a part of that. All right, because that's another thing. If you want somebody to answer you, are you going to go on this trip? Are you going to come do this? Are you going to do da 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 da? And they're not answering you. Guess what the answer is? No, I don't want to come. No, I don't want to hang out. No, I don't want to meet up. No. All right, and you have to be willing to accept that. And I know that came out a little harsh because I felt it. But this is a time for you to see your truth. So things like this are going to happen when you're forcing energy. It's going to come up to you because you're forcing it, right? You're trying to manipulate it. And all that is going to cause for you is disease. Okay, so if you're having trouble with any of these organs, that is why, okay? Yeah. So we're going to be releasing that. So we're just going to bless our skin with love, blessing our heart with love. Blessing our liver with love, okay? Blessing our gallbladder with love, blessing our kidneys with love, blessing our bladder with love. We're blessing our spleen with love. We're blessing our stomach with love, okay? Yeah, beautiful. Blessing our sinuses with love. Okay. Pull one more and then we'll do the boldness, 2 of metal. So in this deck, metal is also pentacles, all right? So the 2 of pentacles, this is going to help you come into balance, all right? So this is the lungs. We bless our lungs with love. We bless our large intestine with love. All right, so all of this is going to help you to come into real balance, not that like boom boom boom, right? You know, you're either up or you're down. Nope. This is going to help you maintain that in between, more of that Page of Pentacles type of energy. I really feel coming through from this, right? And you really learning what that is by releasing stagnant emotions from your physical body, you know. So another way of just releasing that, directing your words, speaking it into existence. Sorry, I didn't even know my lighter was out here like that. Is you just asking your heart, you know, or even saying higher self, clear my heart. Higher self, clear all of the stuck emotions from my heart. Higher self, clear all of the emotions, stuck emotions from my lungs. Higher self, clear the negativity from my gallbladder. You know, I like to say, please clear anything that's not in line with unconditional love from my liver. Clear anything that's not in line with unconditional love from my gallbladder. You know, and just imagine it being cleared and released, you know. And if some of you want to do this and walk and just clear the organs in your body as you're walking, you get a double dose of clearing, right? Because you're grounding at the same time, you're walking, you're breathing in the oxygen, and you're giving yourself the time, the space needed to clear these things, all right? Yeah, and there's also like kidney health, heart health, I'm hearing. So different things that you can look up so that you can raise the energy, okay, within those areas. And especially, again, if you're offering more services, if you're doing more than you normally would be doing when it comes to energy work or spiritual work, intuitive work, psychic work, you are going to need to have higher doses of immune boosting foods and supplements, powders, these kinds of things in your diet, all right, to help you maintain where you need to maintain, so that you can do more. That's a part of filling your cup. Okay. Yeah. Now we're gonna do, oh, I forgot, I have an image. Okay. I was gonna say now we're gonna do the mantras, and they reminded me that we're gonna do the image. So this image, all right, the girl, she's actually those are peaches when I was drawing it. Source said those are peaches, and her hair is in braids, and then we have numbers and we have the tree. So basically this is representing that something you have not seen, how abundant your life truly is, or the abundant whatever this thing is that you have been growing. It's almost like it's been covered. You haven't been able to see this tree that you've been creating or that you've been nurturing, right? This full pine tree, because it's a pine tree. Pine trees represent abundance, right? And also the acorn, every seed that represents new life. And I've been seeing an acorn was placed nicely on my porch, and I was like, isn't that beautiful? That was so nice, right? And just other places where I would not see an acorn, I've just found acorns. So it's this energy of abundance is here. You have to just be open to receive it. Okay, and when you're open to receive it, you'll be open to see it. So it's also this thing that something that you thought wasn't producing fruit is producing fruit. Maybe it wasn't producing the fruit that you wanted it to, but it produced something else, right? And also with the peaches, there's the energy of the nectar, the energy of creativity coming through, and also the energy of acceptance, right? And you accepting who you are, and also accepting situations, it is what it is, and then allowing yourself to come into the energy of forgiveness, compassion, right? The energy of accepting and fully releasing and letting it go, because now that you've made peace with these things, you no longer need to hold on to these emotions. You can let it go. It's safe to let it go. It's safe for you to vibrate at your original vibration. It's safe for you to shine. It's safe for you to be your creativity. All right. So for some of you guys, I did mention designers. So maybe guys, something with clothing and stuff like that, you know, so it's okay for you to express your authentic your authentic self. And that this is a thing, like your authentic self, it's not that it changes, but you get to know yourself deeper. So if you happen to completely change the way you dress, the way you look, your hairstyle, where you live, your job, that is okay, because you're only knowing yourself deeper and seeing even more of what lights you up, and you're following that, right? Yes, yes. And so the hair on her is very important. We talked about this before with Sansom and Delilah in one of the earlier readings. And this is the energy. The braids are coming down both sides. And this is you weaving in your power, okay? Weaving in your power. This is you strengthening your crown chakra as well as your third eye and your throat, because the energy is reaching all of this, right? And it's also the energy of you building this very strong foundation for yourself. And you are co-creating this, right? Because when your hair is growing strong, right, and it's healthy, think of it as the things that you're putting in your mind, the things that you're putting in your heart, and the things you're putting in your mouth, right? Helping you to maintain the healthy lock. And for those of you who don't have the hair, how do you maintain healthy skin? All right, so it's like these things that you put into it internally and externally, right? So there is that beautiful balance of the internal work and the external work. So the balance of doing your spiritual work with the balance of doing your earthly work as well, right? And then the numbers that came out were, we did this for today, and this is definitely a portal day, 919, okay? So, but it's the energy of 0, of trusting, the energy of 9 coming through, the hermit energy, the energy of 19, the sun energy coming through, the energy of 20, you facing your fears, coming into divine alignment, the energy of 22, you manifesting a beautiful new life for yourself, manifesting perfect health in all ways, mental, emotional, all right, and spiritual, right? Yes, yes, physical. And then there was 4 ones that came out, which was really 5 ones, but 4 ones, I got 1111. So a wish coming true. All right, so be open and ready to receive. We got to clear the deck. Clear the deck so that you can receive this new energy. And then it was 14. So there's a Sagittarius energy coming through again for you guys. And this energy of healing, the energy of divine timing. So this is also setting you up to be able to receive where to go, when to go, you know, when to give, how much to give, what to give, whatever it is for you, when to write, when not to write, when to sit and just watch a comedy, when to go into work on your craft. All right, all of that is going to heighten for you, and it's going to be very easy and effortless. Okay, and there, what's coming through is that after this reading, there's going to be very clear things for you to do, and they may be very small, as in, you know, have a cup of vanilla chai tea. All right, it may be very small like that, or it may be very big, as in excuse me, as in go on this hike. You know what I'm saying? Or it may be even bigger than that, but it's to follow that. All right, and to trust that, and to resist anything that would get you off of your path. Okay, so this is willpower increasing as well. Yes, yes. So here are, I think, are we going to do 1 or 2? What are we doing? I feel like we're doing 3. Yeah, I do. I feel like we're doing 3, but let's see. Oh, I just saw 5511. All right, so balancing out. So these are also activating cards for you, so you can draw the sigil, okay, the image, honoring diversity, and you can draw that. And the affirmation with it is, a fire reveals a path of renewed direction once the burning is complete. All right, so then we say, right, Phoenix energy, anchoring the light. So here's another one. You can even just stare at these as well, but all of this is helping to open you, expand you. The light is always within me. Okay, beautiful. And then we got creating cooperation. All right, so I definitely see this as like you cooperating with your body, compromising with your body, you know, compromising with your emotions too. Sometimes your inner child wants the ice cream, you know, and it's like, okay, we're going to have the ice cream, but we may not have it every single day, you know. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play, right? So this is also you understanding exactly what you are meant to do, right? And there's this energy of intending. I always know what to do. I always know what to do. I'm divinely guided. Yeah, powerful. And then polishing my heart. And we have feeling is a power that helps me heal. Okay, so definitely when we're coming into 2 of Water, 2 Cups energy, which what this reading was really based upon was this 2 Cups energy, is you allowing yourself to just feel. Allowing yourself to feel, and when you're allowing yourself to feel, you're going to be releasing anything that was keeping you from knowing, from seeing, from trusting, right? From grounding, from connecting. And then whenever this relationship comes in for you, whatever it is for you, you're going to know it. And it might just be, you know, a higher sense of connection to self, being able to really nurture self, being able to hear what self needs, what your masculine needs, what your feminine needs, what your inner child needs, you know, and you following that. I listen to my higher self, you know, I listen to my higher self, you know, and it's you being able to do that with ease and grace, and also enthusiasm. And there's a lot of peace also coming through, of course, because working with a lot of angels in this reading. So the peace, right? Being focused on peace. And sometimes, you know, having just one intention of, I'm divine health, or I'm divine, I am perfect health, or I am peace, or I'm calmness, and making that intention, the intention for the day, you know, like it could be just as easy as that, and just allowing everything else to kind of flow. And if challenges come, right, if they come, know that you have the power to get through it with ease and grace. You know, somebody could, you know, their car could get totaled, and they're just like, all right, well, let's get the police report, you know. If we got to arrange how to get to work, we'll arrange with work. You know, just calmly, just going through the steps that are needed to get you through that challenge. You know, call the insurance, you know, get, you know, all the things. And it's like this calm confidence of like the steps appearing of what it is you need to do to get through the challenge. Now, I'm not saying that anyone's going to get into an accident or anything like that, but it was just something that could be really big, and you could, you know, spiral, and then you just be like, why and WTF, you know what I mean? But in the energy of peace and calmness, and that everything is happening for a reason, you never know. Now you might get a brand new car out of it, right? Something that maybe you, not maybe, but that you've been wanting. Not saying that that's how it's going to come, but from experience, that's how I've gotten some things, right? But this is also you understanding how the energy works, and just knowing that it's releasing itself, and knowing that moving forward, I manifest through joy and fulfillment. You know, so you feeling your way into your manifestation, you feeling your way into that new house, not thinking, oh, I have to, you know, suffer or get kicked out before I can move, right? No, you're saying, ah, I love the way it smells in my new apartment. You know, I love that I have a garden. You know, like that kind of way of manifesting, because now you're manifesting from love and not fear. Yes, yes. So that is the end, guys. I know that this was kind of a long one, but again, thank you for riding with me. Thank you for staying with me through the end of this reading. And if anyone wants to, you know, work with me or any of that, you need a reading to manifest greatness, or do energy work or coaching or anything like that, or a mediumship reading, which I think that might be our next public reading, is just a mediumship reading. You know, helping our ancestors that have passed over, coming in to help us, lift us. Yes, I love that. Yes, to lift us. We can definitely do that too as well. And just thank you. All right. Again, it's my honor to read for you guys, and God bless in all ways.